Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. What the hell? Today, this video is... I don't want to be ranty about it. I don't want to be a bitch about it. But I have stopped using Gothic Amino, the app on my phone where I met so many lovely ladies and gentlemen whom I've, gotten to know, and like, it has this, like any social media app thing, it'll have its dry spells. But I will be honest, I haven't felt welcome for a little while now. I was having posts disabled for not being goth enough. Why should that even be a phrase used? I mean, come on. Goth is not an exclusive club that you have to be, into 100% only goth things to be part of the subculture. I mean, look at me right now. I just got done refilming my Chola makeup look from like when I first started doing videos, so I just refilmed it. I threw my own little twist on it, of course, but it's something that has to be done. I felt like that one needed to be better because I could have done so much better with it. And anyway, I'm not here to talk about old videos. I'm here to talk about goth should be inclusive. If someone is just starting out as goth, we shouldn't tear them down, because that makes them not want to associate with the goth or the gothic subculture. I mean, telling somebody, oh, well, you're wearing pink, so you're not goth, or oh, you don't listen to The Cure, or you've never heard of Depeche Mode, you don't know who Andrew Eldritch is. So what? Educate them. Don't turn your nose up at them and tear them down to make them feel like less than a person. Because we were all there once before. We were all baby bats at one point. I have been darkly inclined for the past 20 years. I was around 11 when I started, being more prone to wear black and, things like that. So, it's been a part of me for a long time. And to have someone who doesn't even look like they're 18 yet tell me that I'm not goth enough, fuck that. It's not always practical to dress goth 100% of the time. A lot of people have to dress down for their jobs. Or they dress down out of respect for their families. It is not, this big bad thing that you're gonna, lose goth points just because one day you decided to go out in public with no makeup, sweatpants, and a hoodie. I do it all the damn time. Because it's not logical. Plus, it's not logical, it's not practical to always put in the amount of effort that it takes. And I'm sorry, I don't own any demonia boots. I'm not going to pay that price for a boot or a shoe. Sorry. Not going to happen. If I happen across a pair at a Goodwill store or a thrift store, sure, I'll pick them up. But I'm not going to buy them brand new, not for that price. I mean, these strictly goth fashion labels, they are expensive. And not everyone can afford it. So therefore, that's why 90% of my wardrobe is black. But it's things I've picked up from Walmart and Goodwill. Pick up black clothing, pair it together. DIY shit, you know? Like with my Harley Quinn boots, you know, they were just plain old black. Well, more of a charcoal. They weren't full on black. They're more like a charcoal gray. But get a cheap pair of boots and fucking paint them up however you want them to look. Buy a pack of black t-shirts or any color t-shirts, really. Paint something on it that you like. Stop putting people down for not being goth enough. I mean, come on. We've all been there in the baby vet stage. We've all been there, you know, discovering goth music for the first time. You know, not everyone reads. Not everyone is interested in books. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, I have a copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula. I haven't read it. I've listened to it on an audiobook. But I haven't read it. Because some authors, you know, from way back in the day, the way that they wrote and the language, you know, it's kind of hard to follow if you're not used to that language. If you're not used to reading that, you know, the way it was written out. I like romantic comedies. Some romantic comedies. I'm not strictly horror movie. Though horror movies are my favorites. But, you know, I don't listen to strictly goth music. I have some right here on my phone. I've got some 90s pop, like late 90s, early 2000s, like Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls. I got them on my phone. Because you know what? I don't give a fuck. It's nostalgic. It's nostalgic. So, yeah, basically I am addressing the fucking elitism that I have noticed popping up everywhere from, you know, within the gothic subculture. You know, it's bullshit. If anything, we should embrace everyone in the subculture. If they're, you know, misled in believing, well, this band I thought was gothic, just don't chastise them about it. Just, you know, calmly and be like, well, I can see where you would think that. You know, coolly and calmly explain the difference. Or, you know, the whole, you're not white, you can't be goth. That is bullshit. Any person, anybody, race, creed, ethnicity, all that, gender, anything. If you want to go for the goth look, go for it. I will support anyone and everyone who shows even the slightest interest in the gothic subculture. Because, believe it or not, I was the only, when I was in high school, I was the only goth girl in the whole school, probably in the entire town. And yeah, there were times I got bullied for it, but most of the time, people got used to it. They're like, oh, you know, whatever. Nothing. You know, just nothing. Yeah, I've already been going on for almost 10.5 minutes. Didn't want this to be that long, but again, be kind to one another. Stop the elitist bullshit. Elitism gets you nowhere but hated. And it gets people to where they don't want to be a part of the subculture. I mean, come on, people. Stop. There's enough fucking hate in the world. We don't need to be hating on each other and tearing each other down. You know, it's just, don't do it. Be nice. Be nice. So, yeah. I am going to cut this off now before I go even more ranty. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Every single one of you who watch my videos, I love you. And I thank you. Okay? Always be nice to one another. Oh, and I just hit my table. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to spread the word. Stop the elitism. People are people. We are meant to be different. If everyone was the same, it would be boring. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.